You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is up? Welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I am your host, Danny Mussolini. And again, welcome to the show. There are over 37,000 of you guys on the phones lines, Google Hangout, Skype, the browser, in our chat room. So I just want to say what is up, what is happening. I know a lot of you guys are sending messages right now through the chat. Of course, I can't read them as I'm doing the show because, you know, my focus is there. But if you stick around, I will stick around as well and get to some of those questions that you may have or comments or whatever you guys are sending me. All right, so we have a very special guest tonight, so definitely stick around for that. Courage is not the absence of fear. Rather, it is the ability to feel the fear and do it anyways. The biggest rewards come to those who have the courage to accept the difficult task, to take risks, do the things that others find too uncomfortable. Anyone can have a great idea. It takes courage to put that idea into action. There's a guy by the name of Frederick W. Smith. He had a great idea, and he risked his entire inheritance of more than $8 million to put that idea into action. Everyone told him that he was crazy, that his idea would never work. During his first 2 years, his company lost $27 million, which is way more than what he invested. Yet, with sheer courage and tenacity, he made it work. His idea and his company, the Federal Express, changed the way the world would do business. And I think the year was 1983. Federal Express became the fastest company up to that date to achieve $1 billion in annual revenue, and it went on to become the world's largest express transportation company. Today, Fred Smith is worth about $415 million, and the Federal Express delivers 2.4 packages every day in 210 countries. So, guys, Smith's courage and following his vision has made him a fortune and added incalculable value to the world. Think about it. Take that from me, Denny Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or the book, or film, or even the business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create these marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. Big ups to my folks who are indigos, crystalline, or the starseeds, for my Vigilantes audience family, for my hooligans, and shout out to my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're in the struggle like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 5 solid years. I appreciate to all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, films, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology revolutionaries, visual artists, from authors to professors, and vampires. Or people who think they're vampires. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out to book your interview or to appear on my other show called Skeptics. Email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com, and that's V as in Victor. We hope to get the stories behind these unique people and give them a chance to tell their truth to us and the universe. That is Vigilantes Radio sole purpose. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Share that number with your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, Player.fm, YouTube, any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
Well, today's interview is the YS Lou interview, and again, I'm your host, Deanie. So I must say, my dear listeners, this will be a very interesting interview to conduct. After researching and learning about YS Lou, I came out of it all with my questions in hand, but also left with two stunning impressions of how this artist operated. The first, after looking over his post on Instagram, was that he has an extreme sense of expression, which is very important in today's society of branding. The second impression came from just how well those expressions are being pulled off, and I absolutely love it. So meeting artists like him with real substance and a story makes me want to jump back into being an artist myself, full time. Not really, but that's a thought. My path and devotion is here with you guys, and I love it. Definitely. So with that, let's go ahead and welcome him to our show. Hey, YS Lou, you're now live in the mix with all of us. How is it going?
What's going on, man? Everything's good. Just happy to be on the show, man.
Definitely. So, man, let's start at the tippy top. So your personal background is very astonishing, and I believe our listeners are going to be very shocked about your background. But I like for you to share with our massive audience tonight your entire story, like where you come from, how this music thing got started, and all the in-between, the highs, the lows, the heartbreaks, all that good stuff. We love stories over here at Vigilantes Radio.
Yeah, man. Well, to start it off, surprisingly, I was born in Colombia. I'm a 90s baby. So I'm sure you can imagine what that was like, just like growing up in Colombia in the 90s was just kind of crazy. And even from what I can remember, just all my family's there and everything. It was a very crazy time, and mom and dad had to get us out of that.
Right.
Came out here in like 2000. Grew up in Florida, moved around in Florida, moved around a lot actually. And then recently came out to LA. I've been doing this whole music thing forever, made it out to college for a little bit, studied music, and just, music's always been a part of my life and kind of just directing me everywhere I go. But yeah.
Dope. So you were born in the country, Colombia, right?
Yeah, I was born in Cali, Colombia. I'm Latino through and through.
Nice.
We been dancing that salsa over there. But I still came over here at a young age. But I feel like I definitely got to experience what it was like, dealing with the whole. I mean, granted, I was little, but I had family that's been killed by the cartel, or just been just dealt with, you know, I don't have any family that I don't think has not experienced what it's like to, you know, really live in Colombia in the 90s. And as being a part of that, you know, I can get a sense, like, you go out there, man, and it's not scary, but like it's still a shocking place. You come to a very profound realization that we live a very blessed life here in the United States. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes.
Not that you don't experience hardships out here, man, because here, you know, you get your own struggles anywhere you live.
Right. True that. But it is, I guess it goes to the sense of the way that life can be developed out in Colombia when you have, I wouldn't want to say like a dictatorship, but something similar, you know, to the way of life, you know.
Oh, definitely, because you got people like running. You got, you know, you don't really have to, like, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing here over there, you know, even now, because that's just not the way, things roll, you know. Things are dictated a certain type of way, and even back then, you know, you have people, if you weren't cool with somebody, if somebody knew your name, like, you couldn't move around, you know. If you see those movies about, like, Cali and all that, and how, you know, the police knew everybody, and they knew everybody that was going in and out, and that's how it really was, you know what I mean? And that's what led to us really moving out here, is just, you know, you have a fear for your life.
Definitely. Wow, man. Glad you made it out.
Yeah, man, definitely. Love the show. I'm super glad to be here.
Definitely. So how does a kid from Colombia end up in hip hop? I mean, I would assume that island music would be like the thing to go to, but you chose hip hop, right?
I did, man. I feel like, you know, ever since I've been really I can remember my musical memories. I've always been in love with hip hop, and I remember being like, I don't remember how old I was, man, but you remember, like, you used to have cable and you would get to, like, the thousands and the channels, and there would be, like, music channels. Well, I remember we would go and I would just be listening to music, and I forget what music video was playing. It must have been, like, 50 Cent or some shit like that. And I remember my mom was like, man, I really hope you don't grow up to be a rapper. Like, I pray to God you don't grow up to be a rapper. And, like, honestly, man, I'm very rebellious. Like, you tell me to do something, I'm going to go and do the exact opposite. And I think in that moment, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. You know, like, I gotta do this. But I don't know, man. Like, I grew up in South Florida. I grew up around Haitians and Jamaicans my whole life, you know, and I just feel like it just made its way into my life, you know, and I really couldn't. I grew up listening to Tupac. I grew up listening to Wayne. I grew up listening to all that, and you can't. That's good music, man.
Oh yeah. So what some of our listeners may not know is that you're also a jazz musician, a real live musician.
Man. I be playing the saxophone.
That's dope. So you're like Kenny
that's the
G,
secret weapon.
hip-hopper, huh?
Right, yeah. You know, and I don't really be, you know, I made like a transition, not a transition, but I kind of like have left the sax. Not that I haven't left it, but, you know, it's kind of taken I kind of put it on the bench a little bit when, you know, I really started developing this whole rapping thing, because earlier it was more on the production side. And, you know, you kind of start realizing that you got to be able to do everything in this game if you really want to do something. And, you know, I got into the whole, you know, just rapping over my beats and kind of took the saxophone to the side. But it's still there, man. I can still, you know, it's there. You know, you're going to see me at the Super Bowl one day with Bruno Mars busting out a saxophone or something.
Man, do you think we'll ever get like a record from you, with you, you know, performing your lyrics and also maybe some saxophone samples from you?
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna. That's something that I think creatively I haven't like touched on, just because it's, you know, I like to explore my music and not sounds, but like, you know, just that's a whole nother world that I haven't really explored in terms of like really just using my saxophone and, you know, rapping over my, you know, things like that. But I think that's, I think when I have more resources, more time, and just really time to like really make a project out of it, I definitely want to.
Definitely. All right. So let's talk about lyrics for a second. Now, when I first started out singing and rapping, I was definitely terrified. I had zero confidence, and I think I have like a similar story to you, except it wasn't music videos. I'm a kid up from the 80s, so I think we had like the box. I mean, we didn't have cable for a very long time, so we had like this channel called the box, and then of course BET wasn't on. I don't think BET was a cable channel, but anyway. And I used to, that'll be the only way I get a chance to listen to rap, because from like a Christian home, and it wasn't allowed in my house, that type of thing. So, just coming into it, I used to take like people's verses and kind of put my rap name where their rap name was. And, when I freestyle. But, eventually I got some skills, I guess, and I began to go off top. I began to become a wordsmith. I got signed right after high school. Got rich, went broke, went rich again, and then started ghostwriting for other artists and acts. And that's just the watered down version. But I said all that to say this, is that you've clearly got confidence. And a song like Demon, I think, is showing your possible growth, the more serious side of YS Lou. So if any of what I just said makes sense to you, when did you learn to be confident as an MC on the mic?
It took a minute, man. Luckily, we live in a day and age, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. We live in a day and age where we can, like back then, you put yourself out, and if you wanted to rap, you had to go put yourself out in front of everybody. You were, and that shit was live. Like you were rapping live. And luckily now, you put out music, and you put it out however you want. And so you can literally build your own, you can build confidence, and I think in a different way than you used to be able to, in like when it comes to getting on the mic. Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, man, it took me a minute. The first time I got on the mic, I was trash. Like, I've been writing for a minute. I've been writing for years, and but I feel like and I've been recording too. Like I'm on records on the saxophone. Like I've done professional records. I've been in the studio for almost, just for almost 10 years. I've been in that environment. So it's something that I'm used to. But even when I got on the mic and started rapping, like, that was just a whole nother world for me. And, I feel like I was confident because, I've been writing, and, I'm confident in the words, in the shit that I write and in my music. But when you got on the mic and you hear yourself over those headphones, and you got that nice mic that gets everything like down to your last breath, like it came out trash, man. I remember we recorded that song, and I listened back to it after, and I was just like, nah, man, like, this ain't it. and I came back, and it was better, and just because you get used to it, like the cadence, you just trying to hear your own voice and make changes. That's something that I think comes with time, because you could sit there and you could sit in front of other people and you could rap and you could freestyle, but over a beat, when you're mixed and you got the preamps on, it's a different story. Everything's got to be perfect. Definitely.
So I know if you've heard like interviews where artists be like, well, I'm just having fun and I really don't care about the lyrics. How important is subject matter and lyrics to you, though?
I feel like, man, that's an issue for me. Not an issue, but like I'm divided on the subject, because I love music, I love having fun, the mumble rap, I love it. Like, I love all of it, and in my music, I try to, I guess, bring both of that, I try to make my music as fun, and I don't want to say, I don't even know the word, but I want it to make sense. I want my lyrics to mean something. Like, I'm not, I don't think I'll ever get on the mic and, say words like that aren't words, you know what I mean? Like some of these rappers be doing, you know, and just, I feel like, you know, and my rap's gotta mean something. Like, I don't think, you know, it's either about you visualize and materialize or what you already got or what you've been through, you know, and I try to, you know, at least make my lyrics be relatable, you know, be relatable to me, but I do a lot of the times, you know, sometimes I just sit down and I just start writing. And sometimes it's fun, stupid shit, you know, like it's just get lit, like, you know, talk about bands, talk about cars, talk about, you know, whatever you like talking about, whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you have, because that's fun, you know, but I'm not trying to be just like every other little something or every other young something. I want to be an actual artist. More than anything, I want to be an artist, and I think to be an artist and have longevity, you gotta speak about something. You gotta talk about something.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Like, artists won't end up in my playlist unless they have some substance. I mean,
you can't just get on.
Listen to the radio, you know, and some stuff sounds good. Some stuff sounds good, but my personal playlist, nah. You got to be talking about
something, man. You know, it's just something, a story, something that makes you feel something. Because you can get up on the mic and you could talk about everything that everybody else is talking about, you know, and you're just gonna get more of the same thing, and that's what we're experiencing right now, is an oversaturated market of just the same artist.
Yes. Yep.
Just the same artist recycled.
Thank God for Ludo, right?
Right. I'm what everybody needs, man.
Definitely. So your song Demon are full of what seems to me to be real thoughts, at least. You know, I'm human. I've had them, not sure about everyone else. So tell us the story behind the words of Demon. I don't usually ask about song meanings, but from this outside perspective, I feel like this one song might have spoken more truth about you as a writer than anything else I've heard from you.
Well, it kind of has to do with what we were just talking about, and it's funny because the song, I just, you know, like I said, I kind of just started writing, and it kind of just started making sense, you know. I was like, man, you know, I was trying to make it a fun song, and it kind of just started, it wrote itself, and it made sense, like, in terms of, like, what does this song mean? I was trying to figure it out, like, what am I trying to say with the song after I had already wrote it, after I already wrote the bars, and I was like, yeah, man, it's kind of like me letting this game know that they gotta step it up, they gotta level up, and you know, because in my first line I said, you need to understand, you just a fanboy, and I think all these rappers are just, you know, like I said, they're recycling sounds, they're listening to somebody, and they're recycling flows, they're recycling beats, and it's just we're listening to the same song over and over again, and I think this is, you know, I think this is the end of that. In my song, you know, I'm saying, like, this is the end of that. Y'all need to step it up, because I'm coming with everything. I'm coming with the production. I'm coming with the bars. I'm coming with the melodies, you know, like, everybody needs to just level up in terms of everything and try harder.
Is that what you would consider to be your advantage over everyone else in the game?
I mean, I don't want to say that I'm working harder than everyone, because I know, you know, I'm not going to knock anybody's hustle, especially when there are people out there making more money than me. You know, I'm never going to lie about where I am, or, you know, I'm not going to never knock anyone's hustle or grind, but I definitely think, you know, there's a sense of complacency, you know, there's this, you know, luckily we have a market or an audience where people just want to hear the same stupid 808 line or the same melody or the same triplet rhyme, you know, and that's cool and all, but like I don't think there's any sense, you know, I don't think that's what the music is about, really. You know, I don't think at the end of the day, I want to stick around. I want to make music that people can look back on 10 years and be like, yo, this was a classic, not like, yo, this song was popping for a month. You know, that's not, you know, I want to make people happy. I want to make people sad. I want to make people, you know, not just make people repeat the same 3 fucking lines over and over again.
Not calling out any names.
Right.
Oh,
Not
man.
that there's anything wrong with that. Not that I don't have songs like that, but like you gotta do something different, man. You're an artist. Your responsibility is to explore, That's your obligation as an artist is to, entertain and give people some kind of variety.
Definitely. You can't have an entire mixtape, entire EP sounding the same, and I hear it all the time, man.
Yeah.
Like, wow, why is this guy famous?
Right.
Hey, I guess.
Yeah, or now it's like, you got people where they put out their mixtapes and they're like, all right, I got my West Coast song, I got my YG flow, all right, I got my Migos song with the Migos flow, all right, I got my Travis Scott song, I got my, and it's like, all right, man, what about your sound? What do you sound like?
Love it. So, could like I'm pretty sure your fans could recognize your growth from record to record, but what is like one of the key things somebody maybe like me who's a new listener could pick up on to your evolution when it comes to your sound and your writing? Like, at what point in your career would I notice, okay, this is the YS Lou that has evolved into the artist that he is now? Like, what era would you pinpoint that in?
What era would I pinpoint that in? What you mean? What do you mean? What era?
Like, what year, what project would you say that you settled into who YS Lou is?
From, you mean like my own project or somebody else's project?
From your old projects until now.
Well, because I mean, I feel like I'm just forever developing. I feel like I like to start with blank slates, and even with like the whole saxophone thing and the whole hip hop thing, like it was just like, all right, like I'm gonna do this, and that's it's a blank slate. I'm starting over.
Gotcha.
And and not necessarily starting over, but like that's how I thought about it, and that's why it was easier to come out to like LA and really get settled into this hip hop thing, because you don't have jealous eyes, jealous, because people that are usually jealous of you are the people closest to you. So not really having that is helps me with transitions, and I think that's gonna be with my music, because I want to be like those Kanye West, I want to be like those Pharrells, I want to be like those Kid Cudis, where every project is its own piece, it's its own work of art. You can look at it individually, and it sets itself apart from everything else. Like Kendrick, every album has its own sound. To Pimp a Butterfly had, it had the whole jazz and the whole funk vibe. It had instruments. It had the whole, it was grooving. It was swinging. And then you got to Damn, and that shit almost brought it back. With the production level. I think a lot of production things that were done were almost like old school and sometimes lo-fi, but still like, still bringing it with like the new sound. Especially when you had like the whole DJ thing coming out, and in the beginning of the intros, and that's somebody who does it the best. Every project, Kendrick, his projects are all definitive. They all in their own way. Same thing with people like Cole. Same thing with people like that. And those are the people that are going to be here for the next forever. Because they're consistent in being able to explore new sounds.
Definitely. Yes, sir. Now, we all know that the blood, sweat, and tears of artists ends up in the grooves of the vinyl, so to speak, or on the pages that we write. Give us an example of how you put some of your personal experiences into your music.
Well, I think in Demon, I think those are kind of like the experiences that I've dealt, even because I think the song can be taken a lot of ways. The song can be taken up as like, I'm, telling everybody to wake up and this is who I am. But at the same time, like, I'm also, I got a lot of demons, as I'm sure, as everybody does. We've all been through something, and, we're all trying to let something go. And we've all had a rough past, some more than others, and I could say I've definitely put my family through it, and luckily, I've grown up a little bit in my looking for trouble ways, but you can definitely look back on those experiences and speak on them, and and I think that comes out in my music unconsciously or subconsciously. It's just like I said, I start writing, whatever comes out, and sometimes it's trash, sometimes it's not, and it usually ends up just being like what I'm feeling. And if it's not, like, I usually don't feel good about putting out music or rhymes or bars that that aren't true, in some way or another.
I got you.
So, you can find me rapping about, what my family's going through back home, what I've been through growing up in the hood, selling drugs and being up to no good all the time, and just on what I'm doing now. It's always gonna translate. I think I've had an eventful enough life I think I definitely got things to say.
Definitely. I'll leave this question as wide open as I can for you. But what's the best advice you would have someone out there, somebody wanted to start on a musical journey such as like you did, who's truly looking to find their voice and purpose?
If music is what you want to do it every single day. Don't stop working, and don't think about what other people are doing, because they're probably working harder than you, and that's the truth. And that just means work harder. And even when you think that you shouldn't be working because you got it good, you should work even harder, because anything can disappear in the drop of a hat. And really, just hard work pays off. You work every single day. You do this every day. You, like you said, blood, sweat, and tears. You're gonna build something. Everything takes time, and you just gotta be patient and just keep working. If you really love what you do, nothing will ever make you stop doing it. Nothing. No haters, nobody back home, not your mom, not your dad, not the hood, not nobody. You're gonna do it. You're gonna put it out. You're gonna work hard, even if people think your music is trash. You do it for you, and you keep working.
Definitely. So we always like to offer the Vigilantes Radio soapbox here at the end of the interviews for you to bring up anything else that you wanted to say or talk about. Feel free to rant, rave, go off on a tangent, or even provide a having a dream speech, whichever you're feeling, man. There could have been something that I didn't bring up that you wanted to mention. Now's the moment to go ahead and get it off your chest.
No, yeah, man. Well, I want to say thank you for having me, man, and tell everybody to just check out my SoundCloud. It's SoundCloud /YSLou. I got a mixtape coming out in a couple weeks. That's called Out of Reach. I got a music video for Demon coming out tonight at midnight. Nice. And that's going to be fire. The music video for that's going to be fire. Got a couple of singles out coming before the mixtape. And then I got a couple of shows in the works. So everybody should follow the Instagram at @YSLou_ to stay updated, because I got a few good shows coming up with some big names. Nice.
All right, guys, just in case you didn't get those links, we have them in the description of this episode. So all you have to do is click the links, and it'll take you right to my man. All right, guys, after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the Hot Seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, of course, along with the actual interview. But the audience will get a chance to hear YSLou provide us with some vocals. Maybe he can sing, maybe he does poetry, inspirational speeches, spoken word, freestyle raps, jokes, stories, live instruments. We'll accept it all. Well, you never know if these creative minds and vessels were produced in a spotlight, and tonight we'll find out if YSLou has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have YSLou with this song, Demon. We'll be right back.
Y'all need to understand, this is the end for you. Yeah, I got plans. You just a fanboy. Stick in my land, boy. Come get your mans, boy. Come get your mans, boy. This is that clan, boy. I got the energy, yeah. I'm on the winning team. Always know where to be. I am the enemy, yeah. You just a snake with the feet. Somebody praying for me. Dumping my blunts at the coop. I'm never resting my feet. I make the moves in my sleep. Riding with a bunch of vandals. Always got a handle. Fuck, bitch, I can't stand you. Ride with a bunch of demons. Bitch, I'm scheming. Every day is Halloween. Ain't nobody leaving. Savage like Randy. 2 8 cause I'm fancy. popping the bandit. We used to pull up together to roll up and smoke up a bandy. Immature, we was in the dough. Off top, you was snitching, ho. Off top, you was missing out. Fuck it, I don't want it. I don't give a fuck about it. Don't pull up and ask about it. You ain't with it when I started. I ain't heartless, bitch, I'm guarded. Fuck the integrity, fuck the celebrity. Pumping the energy, I get the sauce like straight out of Tennessee. Next to my Hennessy. Ride with a bunch of vandals. Always got a handle. Fuck, bitch, I can't stand you. Ride with a bunch of demons. Bitch, I'm scheming. I be on my diamond shit. Ain't nobody leave, bitch. I'm glowing in the streets. And I ain't got time to chill. I ain't going on a date till I hit a couple mil. Fuck your bitch, I must confess. Man, I hide under her desk. Bitch, you just got repossessed. And I ain't got time for stress. But I do have time for sex. Yeah, hold up. Handle that shit with finesse. Hold up. What? Yeah. Tell her she gotta impress. Got my hands all in her dress. I got no time to express. What? Feelings I gotta forget. What? Feelings I gotta forget. Ride with a bunch of vandals. Always got a handle. Fuck, bitch, I can't stand you. Ride with a bunch of demons. Bitch, I'm scheming. I be on my diamond shit. Ain't nobody leaving. Ride with a bunch of vandals. Always got a handle. Fuck, bitch, I can't stand you. Ride with a bunch of demons. Bitch, I'm scheming. Every day is Halloween. Ain't nobody leaving. Ride with a bunch of vandals. Always got a handle. Fuck, bitch, I can't stand you. Ride with a bunch of demons. Bitch, I'm scheming. Every day is Halloween. Ain't nobody leaving.
You heard of this big cat that's supposed to be around? Of course. Some say it's a puma, others a giant ape, and still others say it's the sukarat. A sukarat? It's a new kind of animal to me. That's a famous jungle demon that tears living animals to shreds with its claws.
All right, and we are back. That was YS Lou with the song Demon. The music video drops tonight at midnight, which is only a short few hours away from here. If you're Central, it's in 2 hours. We're actually an hour and 30 minutes. If you are Eastern, it's about 30 minutes from now. If you're on the West Coast, what up, West Coast? It's about 3 hours and 30 minutes. So there you have it. There's the breakdown for you. Don't have to do the math. I got quick maths. Oh, yeah. Anyway, whatever you guys can visualize, you can become. Anything you consider to be possible for yourself is possible with enough focus, commitment, and action. Your imagination belongs to you, so don't waste it on worry and regret. Use it to build and create. Imagine great things for yourself. Look for possibilities. Look for opportunities. Look for problems, because each of them you'll usually find a prefabricated opportunity. The whole world is on your doorstep this morning. A world of opportunity, a world of learning and achievement, a world of rich experience. It's all there, ready and waiting for you to see it and to take action. Vividly imagine what you want to have, where you want to be, what you want to do. See it, touch it, hear it, experience it in your mind as if it were real. Then work your way back to where you are now. Take a note of all the steps along the way. Those are the actions you need to take in order to reach your goals. Take those steps day after day, always with the goal in mind. Stick with it and you'll soon reach your goal. Take that from me, Dana Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But for right now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen, whichever you prefer, let's bring back YS Lou. Excuse me. Yes. Hey, man, you're back live with us and in our hot seat. What do you have for us?
Hot seat, so that means anything, right? I can just spit something?
Yep.
All right, let's get it. I'm feeling real moody, that's word of the hoodie, and feeling these hoes, I just want the booty. I'm out making throws, she throw me the pussy, she use me for Louis, she want me to lose it. Walk out the door, don't act like you knew me. Ain't going home to my life like a movie. I got the keys, I feel like they're juicy, I feel like I'm blooming, I feel like I'm Judy. Send me those nudies, those boobies look juicy, but don't blow my shit when I'm out in the studio. Yo, bitch looking crazy, got an angel like Brady, try not to look gloomy when I'm out here flexing. Her mouth like a desert, I'm finna refresh her. Yeah, she say that I'm handsome. I took her to the desert. I fuck her on random. She give me the cookies and milk like I'm Santa. Yeah, got a cat on my lap. Yeah, go get the strap. Got two pussies out once, got a line in the front and a bitch in the back. Yeah, can't get me back. Started from scratch. All my shooters is golden, they staying in motion. I feel like I'm back. Yeah, so flow, please, no photos. I'm a loner, I don't know them. They won't shoot me, I offload them. Then I roll them, I control them. I'm outside, she say, come over. Man, I don't know them. I tell them, shut the fuck up, man. Please offload
them. All right. So the video drops tonight. Can't wait for that. Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Let everybody
look
know.
Out. That's going to be hot.
Yeah, man. Let everybody know where they can connect with you one more time.
SoundCloud/YSLou. Instagram is the same thing, YSLou_. Twitter, same thing. YouTube, same thing, YSLou_. Watch out for that video at midnight. Got Out of Reach mixtape coming out in a couple weeks, and I got a few shows coming out on there. Keep a lookout on that Instagram and on that Twitter. I'm going to be announcing those real soon.
Definitely, man. Well, we appreciate you, man, and your dope music. You're welcome back anytime, bro.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
All right, man. Stay blessed.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Danny Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the #1 rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a 7th Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.